Hi, I'm Ms. Brie with Garden School Foundation. I'm here today to teach you how to make your own sourdough starter. Sourdough starter is a type of wild yeast that can be used to bake sourdough bread, sourdough cookies, banana bread. You can make sourdough pancakes, and a wide variety of other recipes. A lot of bakers often use an active dry yeast when they're baking, which you can buy at the grocery store. It's a type of yeast that has been manufactured in a lab, and I'll show a picture of what this looks like up close. With a wild yeast, which we call sourdough starter, it is made using just flour, water, and then naturally occurring yeast, which is a type of fungus that is found on grains like flour and in the air. These are some of the tools you'll need to make a sourdough starter and also to maintain a sourdough starter. To start a sourdough starter, you won't need a scale. It's a really simple recipe of 1/2 cup AP, which means all-purpose flour. It's a white flour, and then 1/2 cup whole wheat flour, which is a type of flour which didn't have the bran taken out of it. White flour is mainly the endosperm, and then when they make wheat flours, they actually leave the bran, and so that gives it more flavor, more nutrients. And so for making your sourdough starter, you won't need the scale, but later on when you're trying to make bread and feed your sourdough starter, it is a really useful tool to have if you have one. So now I'm going to start to make the sourdough starter. In this jar, this is a quart size mason jar, which is 4 cups. And I have already added the AP all-purpose and the whole wheat flour. The reason why you want to add whole wheat flour if you have it is because it has more of the nutrients which the yeast and bacteria want to eat, as well as more of the yeast is going to be present on a whole grain flour. And so to this cup of flour, I'm going to add a cup of filtered water. So I have my cup measuring. This is 250 milliliters. And then I'm just going to, my left hand, I'm right-handed, I'm going to carefully pour that in there. And then all you have to do now is really simple. You just take a clean spoon. You want to mix it up. And of course, you want to have clean hands when you're doing this. And so it's really going to resemble a pancake mix. And it will be the same when we start to feed our sourdough starter, which I'll make a video of next and share it in a couple of days. You're always going to want to aim for your sourdough starter to be like the consistency of a pancake mix. So after that, you want to make sure you mix it enough to where you don't see any dry flour anymore. It's all consistently mixed. And then you can just, all you're going to do is put either a coffee filter with a rubber band, or even just a paper towel will work. You want to secure that to the top. I don't have a rubber band, but I could just tape it too. You want to secure that to keep out anything like fruit flies, and then leave it on your counter undisturbed for about 3 days. In 3 days, hopefully what you'll begin to see is some bubbling activity, which means that it's alive. Which means that you can start to feed it, and again I'll make a video for that, and pretty soon you'll be able to bake bread and other baked goods with it. So again, I just wanted to mix it one more time because at the bottom I noticed I had some dry flour. You want to mix it well. Try to get it off the sides as best you can. Cover it, and then put it in it likes around between like high 60s to high 70s, so kind of a warmer place in your kitchen, undisturbed. So I'd secure this and just leave it there. It's always good to label too with a date and what it is so that you can keep track. And then again, my next video will be about how to feed your sourdough starter. So thanks for joining us, and I'll see you soon. Bye.